What is up, all my fellow weebs and weebettes? It is I, Anime Alex, and we're back again with another Monster Hunter build video. This time, I am showcasing HBG and Gunlance builds, uh, and we are going to kick it off with the HBG. First, let's go over to Luke so we can turn on all of our skills. Uh, which we're not gonna turn down. We're not gonna turn on Slick Blade because 9 times out of 10 you will probably not be in a wet area unless you're in the Scarlet Forest. Come over to the equipment info. So this is my HBG build. We are using the Mountainous Roar HBG. This HBG is going to be a Pierce 3 HBG, and we have Pierce ammo magazine, so we can hit 6 Pierce capacity. That's going to be important in a second. And we put the ignition mod, so we can keep on charging up our Wyvern Heart meter faster. So this is essentially HBG's Raydao light bowgun in a way when you think about it. Ignition mod is basically your rapid fire mod, and you still got Pierce ammo magazine. For special ammos, we have Wyvern Heart Ignition and Wyvern Counter Ignition. I think Wyvern Counter is the power clash, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't. I'm a light bowgun main, and then I'll dabble. Like I used to be a longsword main, but then I learned the ways of light bowgunning, and I just never looked back. And I am a light bowgun main now with longsword secondary. I'll dabble in longsword here and there, and I also like playing bow, but. HBG has always just been one of those weapons where it's like I can play it, I just don't choose to play it. It just doesn't really fit my play style. So I believe the Wyvern Counter Ignition is like the power clash. But correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Anyways, Mizutsune's Mountainous Roar HBG. You get 315 attack with 15% affinity. That 15% affinity is actually major and allows us to cut some laden power in this build when I show you later on for more raw based skills. When we go into our decorations info, we have a critical jewel 3 in the weapon, a true shot jewel 2 in the weapon, and a bandolier jewel 1 in the weapon. Coming over to the armor we are using the Ray Sandhelm Gamma, the Numinous Shroud Beta, which is Zoshia's chest, the Raydao, or the Gamma Ray Sand braces, so AT Raydao arms, and the Ray Sand Coil Gamma, which is the AT Raydao waist. We are also using normal Raydao Sandgreaves Alpha, and the talisman is the Challenger Charm 2, and we are running Corrupted Mantle, just so we can increase our ignition meter faster. If you have, oh yeah, decos, silly me. Decos, we have one Challenger jewel, and the rest of the 3 slots are dedicated to 4 chain jewels. If you have all of these decorations, your equipment skill should look like Crit Boost 3, Special Ammo Boost 2, Tetrad Shot 1. I'm just going to skip over Slick Blade and Critical Element since they don't do anything for this build. Agitator 5, Burst level 4, Laden Power level 3, Maximum Light at maximum might level 3, evade extender 2, weakness exploit level 1 with stamina surge level 1. But that doesn't really matter. When laden power procs, you should be getting upwards to 90% affinity. 95% on a weak weak spot, but Tetrad shot gives you that extra plus 8% affinity, which will just overcap your affinity on a couple of on like your 4th and 6th shot. So testing it out on range. You are about doing 29 to 33 a tick. I do see some 23s in there on low end. Maybe a 32 will sneak in there, but overall, you're hitting consistent crits. And when you put on the Wyvern Heart, you're getting upwards to about 70 or 67 on high end. So doing almost 20, like 3 points shy of 2,500 in one go. So also I've noticed that your Wyvern Ignition just increases on its own, while like light bowgun you actually have to do damage to increase it. So that's actually kind of crazy. I did not know that. I am definitely gonna have to start trying to play heavy bowgun. But that is the build. That is the build. Anything else I'm missing? You do get access to sleep ammo, so you get some CC, and that is spread. Let's see the. See, I have no idea what Wyvern Howl is, but I know that's the focus move. Let's see how much we're hitting on our Corrupted Mantle. I saw a 42, but that was probably with Tetrad shot. Does it affect this? We are hitting 70s, 88 on wounds, but 70s. Dang. That's some crazy damage right there. But that is the heavy bowgun build. It was pretty straightforward. Onward to Gunlance. Now, I am not a Gunlance main. I rarely play Gunlance. If I don't even play Gunlance at all. I probably have played Gunlance the most in this game, which was last night, than I have played in all my years of playing this game since like World, and that's like spanning over 4U, GU, Worldborn, and Rise Break, right? 4 games. 4 games. Didn't really use Gunlance like that. Although I do have a Gunlance build, like a Fatalis Gunlance build on World that I just built just to say I have all Fatalis weapons built just for the lulz. But in this game, Gunlance is actually pretty fun. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna turn on my controller because trying to play Blade Master weapons on PC on like mouse and keyboard is absolutely terrible. But as you see, before I proc anything, we are doing 84 a shell, or 85 a shell, right? And the thing about with Gunlance in this game is your shelling is your bread and butter. Oh my god, we finally did it. Gunlance's main source of damage is his shelling, because before it was all about slap lance. It was literally just slap with like the overhead chop constantly. Or wait, what's the overhead chop? Lateral thrust. I yeah, it was like yeah, it was like something like that. I don't know. I'm not a I am not a Gunlance main, so I don't really know the optimal combos, but we are getting some decent shelling when our skills are not procced. I'm going to just make sure like my training sessions. Yeah. Oh yeah, we didn't put Jindahad Revolt on. So in this game, you could power clash. And so we are going to put Jindahad's Revolt on. And then our shelling can get up to, that's 90 on wound. But we could get up to like 91. It's crazy. It's crazy. And that's not even the rest of the like as much as our damage can go. Which we're going to set on smash mode for later. All right, okay. Anyways, onward to the build, onward and upward. We are using the G lawful boars, the Guardian lawful boars. I don't know, but it's basically Guardian Arkveld's Gunlance. It gives us 2 3 slots in a 1 slot, which honestly, side tangent, I do believe more weapons should be giving this slottage so we don't always have to use Ardian weapons. Give that with a good equipment skill and mwah. But that's a whole other tangent for another day. This gives us negative 10% affinity, but that doesn't matter because we're going to be shelling, and shelling does not scale off of affinity. It scales off of raw. So all of that, this doesn't matter. Your blue sharpness doesn't really matter. You have a whopping 552 attack, which I think this is the Gunlance with the most attack in the game, or at least has the most attack with the best slots and allows you to get shelling type wide. Power slightly strong. I don't know what this power is, if this is regards to power clash or something. I don't know. I don't know. But in our decorations, we have an artillery jewel level 3 to boost up our shelling damage. Magazine attack jewel to give us level 1 attack, and then, you know, load shells so we can have more shells, and a guardian jewel for level 1 offensive guard. So when we proc offensive guard off of our shield, we get a plus 5% increase in our damage. Coming down to our armor, we are using the Dahad Shard Helm Beta. We are using the Ray Sandmail Gamma, the Ray Sand Braces Gamma, the Ray Sand Coil Gamma, and the Dahad Shard Greaves Beta. The reason why we're using 2-piece Dahad is because if we get a power clash with a monster that allows us to power clash, we will proc Dahad's Revolt. And Dahad's Revolt gives us a whopping plus 25 raw when we clash for like a minute. Now, you know, knock on wood, when we get AT Jindahad, we're probably going to be using AT 4-piece Jindahad. If it gives us Lord Soul, which I hope it does give us Lord Soul, like 3 pieces of Apexes, will just give us some pretty crazy armor that we can combine with Ray Dow's set, so we can mix and match better while maintaining that 5% increase due to Lord Soul. Yeah, Jindahad's armor, you are gonna want to run like 4-piece AT just so you can get level 4, because level 2, which we have, gives us plus 25. Level 4 gives you plus 50. But since we're trying to get the 5% increased damage, with Lord Soul, we have to run 3-piece Ray Dow set. The only piece that is worth it is Ray Dow Sand Braces because the Evade Extender level 2 can extend your back hop. But outside of that, Ray Sandmail Gamma and Ray Sandcoil Gamma are not giving you any skills that you want. Because again, this gun, or not this gun, this weapon does not scale off of affinity. For our talisman, we are using the Challenger Charm 2, and for the mantle, we use Rocksteady Mantle. You can use Corrupted if you want more damage, but I'm using Rocksteady Mantle, so we have an easier time proccing Counter-Strike. For the decorations, we are running 3 Counter Jewel 2s. Dahad head and the Dahad legs only come with 2 slots. Like level 2 slots, which is perfect for our Counter Jewel 2s. And we slot in 2 chain jewels into the arms, and then 1 shockproof jewel into the chest, so you don't get staggered while you're on multiplayer hunts. If you're running solo, change this to Blind Seer. If you have all of the correct decorations, your skills should be looking like level 3 artillery, level 2 guard, which comes from the weapon, level 2 load shells, level 1 attack boost, level 1 offensive guard, level 5 agitator, lane power doesn't matter, level 3 counter strike, level 2 burst, and level 2 evade extender with your choice of either shock absorber or blind seer. Maximum might does not matter. So we are going to dawn on Rocksteady because I don't know if you guys know this, but if this hits me, right, I activate Counter-Strike. And then if I activate Offensive Guard, I can get up to 100 shelling damage when Offensive Guard procs. Now, granted, you are going to have to time your guards better than what I can, because I am not the best. But with Offensive Guard in Burst, which Burst gives you, at max Burst, you get plus 7 damage. But when you add it to that level 1 attack boost, right, that's an extra plus 10 damage. Counter-Strike is plus 25 damage. In Counter-Strike 3, extends the time of when Counter-Strike dissipates. And Agitator level 5 gives you plus 20 when it's procced. So all in all, you are gaining crazy damage numbers when everything is procced. On top of, keep in mind, the reason why we're getting like this amount of damage is because we also have Jin Dahad's Revolt going in the training area. But on those hunts where you can hit a power clash, that's on top of all the numbers that I just said. That's another plus 25 raw because of a power clash, just making you this onslaught of shelling damage, which I feel Gunlance needed this. So if you're a Gunlance main, have fun with the build, and if you're a HBG main, also have fun with that build. Let me know how it works for you down in the comments, and see you in the next one. Peace out.